Hey everyone, this is Harold from Living in the Hill Country. Today we're going to deal with our pecan trees, the mess that they make, and the hazard that they create for our pets.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right here in the Hill Country of Texas.
So our pecan trees, we have 3 very mature pecan trees in our backyard. They're wonderful as far as providing shade for our backyard, as you can tell. However, they are very messy. They drop a lot of branches. I'm constantly picking up branches and putting them in the burn pit. And about once a week during the spring, and probably 2 or 3 times during the fall, I have to burn all the branches, the deadfall that comes from these trees. The other thing that they do drop are these things. Pecans. And although pecans are a favored nut by people and can be very nutritious for us as humans, they can be fatal to her, hi Daisy, as well as him, Turk, right? They, for some reason, enjoy eating them from time to time. Now, they don't eat a lot of them, thankfully, but pecans can be hazardous to animals, to your pets, because they have toxins inside of them that cannot be broken down by the digestive system of your pet, and so it can create health problems. Also, having smaller dogs, the shells can get lodged in the digestive system and plug it up, and will not filter through the digestive system, creating digestional hazards. So I had to start taking action because we have lots of them, and I've been out here and picked them up before, got bag loads of them, but it's very time consuming and continuous, hard to keep up on. So what I've done is I purchased a tool, and let me show you that, and we're going to be using it today.
So this is what they call the nut gatherer. It's made by Weasel. They make them in different sizes. This is a medium-sized basket. And what it is basically a wire basket that's on the end of this pole. And the concept is you roll this wire basket over the pecans or the nuts or whatever you want to pick up from the ground. And it spreads the wires apart, and then the nut gets captured inside the basket. So we're going to give this a shot right now. It's kind of like running a dirt grabber on the ground, but it does seem to be doing the job. It's capturing the nuts, picking them up, and then to get the nuts out of the basket, you just simply spread some of the wires apart, hold it over your container, of course. And the nuts come out into the basket. And I had even picked up a small rock, about 1-inch rock. So now there are some of the pecans that are kind of embedded into the yard or into the lawn. So what I'm going to do is I'll take my rake and I'll just bring them to the surface just by raking across the lawn with the rake, and then take the garden weasel or the nut gatherer and run that across the pecans, of course. and hopefully it'll even pick up some of the shelling, which it does. So we're going to do that to this backyard area and see how many pecans we come up with, and small rocks and that kind of thing. So that's the nut grabber by Garden Weasel. Nice little tool, actually. It's doing really well. It does have a difficult time getting the pecans that are embedded into the lawn, and I did find that using the rake doesn't work out very well. It's easier just to kick it loose with your foot and then roll the nut gatherer over it. It grabs the nut rather well. So you don't really need the rake. I did find that when you are using it, it's better not to push down on it very hard, just enough to stay on the surface of the ground, and of course be able to spread the wire around the nut, and then it closes on it to pick it up. And it's always better just to make full glides back and forth, not to make short, pressured glides like this, because it has a tendency to kick the nuts that are already in the basket back out onto the ground. So anyway, I think it's going to help. Now, we've lived in this house since 2018, and these trees, of course, were here when we moved in, and there were pecans all over the place. I spent hours raking and cleaning up, and it's a difficult thing to try and stay on top of, but I think that with this tool I'll be able to stay on top of it a little bit easier right before I mow or even after I mow. And then in the harvest season in fall, we'll be able to keep the pecans that are picked up by this, and then process them and use them in our food supply. So really kind of happy with the tool. We'll see how it works. Hopefully we'll get on top of the situation we're in now. Thank you very much for watching this video. I very much appreciate it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments and questions below. Very much appreciate the support. And as always, God bless you and have a great weekend.